Hi, this is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker. So I just got finished doing a webinar. It was awesome, and and it was wonderful because it was about intuition. So I asked Spirit, so what do you want me to be doing tonight? And they were like, well, it'll show up. So as I was pulling out the tarot, um, here's what I want you to see. That first of all, they showed me the Fool. So only a fool goes on a journey. Everyone else stays safe and in their home. So hi Denise, Cassidy. So tonight what's going to be different, because I'm going to show you, is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is well, she's like the high priestess's little sister, or even maybe a cousin. And so what happens with her is she uses her familiar. Wands are passion and fire and drive and connection to the divine. So what this says to me, so I'm gonna do my own little intuitive reading right here on myself. So it says, this is a new beginning, because this is exactly what the new moon in Pisces is. It's a brand new beginning. We're getting a reset. And it's from a place of looking at our old beliefs and letting them go, transmuting them, so that we can begin again. Astrologically, this is the beginning of the zodiac year. So we're moving into Aries, that independent action. So new journey. And this is what's happening for us right now. And after you pop off of here, what I'd love for you to do is I'd love for you to go and look at Julia Griffin, One True Self, and look at the astrology for today, because it says that we're going through a lot. So we're all on a new journey here together. We're starting something new. The old way didn't work, isn't gonna work. So there's no point in dragging it into the future. So when we come to our spiritual practice and we use it over and over and over again, what we find is that we connect to the divine, and we connect just like the shaman does, with a power animal, with a spirit guide. So there you go. Hi, David. Hey, Roxanne. Nice to see you, Diane. And here's the other thing, is it's time for us to all be our own stars. You all, if you show up here, you have unique gifts that the world needs. And if not now, when? And if not you, who? Everyone can deepen their intuition, and everyone can live from that place of being spiritually guided. So as we do that, as we live in a place where we listen to ourselves, our own deep knowing, our own deep knowing knows what is right, true, and beautiful for us. So Marie, you popped up. So I told you all that things were going to shift last week, that I was going to listen to spirit. And just a few minutes ago, I was like, okay, what's happening? And they were like, you'll know. So I went, okay, it's time for me to pop on. So Marie, you popped up as a likely suspect. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this card. I'm going to tell you about it, and then I'm going to sense into a place where this might serve you. So this is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups shows an older kid giving a littler kid a gift. The gifts are emotional, and they are also lilies. So lilies, we give lilies at Easter when there's a resurrection. So this gift that you were given years ago, when you were 5.5 or maybe 6. So someone told you something then, and you held on to it like it was a oh, well, like it was a gift. It was at that time. but it's not serving you anymore. So ferret around, go back and look at that, because what they told you is actually stoved up in your body. So let me just grab this other one here. Oh yeah, right. Okay, beautiful. So Marie, as you're looking at this, what is it that I was emotionally told that's not serving me anymore? Because you're grown now. What you're going to find is that there's an end of a karmic cycle. So the karma's done. You're finished with that. You're coming into a new, a new karmic cycle. And this is actually stuck in your body. So as you realize that, oh, they gave me this, but it's not serving me anymore, it's a belief about yourself and how you stand in the world, how you are in the world. So as you look at that belief and you go, oh, that's not serving me, then, and this is good for all of us because we all have beliefs that are no longer serving us. So look at those beliefs. And if you don't have what you want, it's because you have a belief that you can't. So it's good to go and look at that. And then where did that belief come from? Because when you find out where it came from, you can send it back because it's not serving you anymore. And it's okay for you to return these to where I call it source. And I don't mean source as in the divine. I mean, I'll give you an example. My dad told me that not to buy new cars because the moment you drove it off of the lot, it depreciated. So every time I go like this, so it's hard for me to buy a new car because my dad told me that. So that belief, I wrapped it all up in a beautiful package and I sent it back to my dad. Send it back to where it came from. Okay, now let me just have Lori. Hi. So tonight what I'm doing is Spirit's just guiding me to choose some folks and to pull some cards for a little deeper and looking also into where I see old wounds that are that have got you stuck. So here we go. This is the card of over-analysis. So something is going on. So Lori, this one's for you. Something is going on and you're over-analyzing it. You're ruminating on it. It could even be causing you to wake up in the middle of the night and start to kind of be agitated about what's going to happen. You don't mean to keep yourself awake about this. So as you find a way to give it a rest, to seriously give it a rest, what will happen is, let me find out what's going to happen. Oh, okay. So we now have 2 4s. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles, money, property, tangible things, and over analyzing. So the element of earth and the element of air. What happens sometimes when this guy here, because he's holding on too tightly in the physical world. So maybe, and this is good for all of us, because what gets drawn for one person also has a lesson for you. So if you're holding on too tight, so everybody just for a minute, close your fist. Can I get anything in there? So Spirit wants to give you something, but guess what? Your fist isn't open. So, you know, this is called, let me put this in front. This is called supination. It's a big old bowl. So make a big old bowl with your hand. Go from this, where I'm holding on too tight, to this, where I'm open and willing to receive. So, overanalyzing this, which you can't possibly sleep when you're doing that. There's no peace here. 2 4s. 4s are about rest and relaxation. So give it a rest and put your money into play. So one time, I'm going to draw another card for you. One time I told someone to do that. and it's a force. So I suggested that they put that into action, that they use $4 and that they go out and get something. So they got a lot, they got some lottery tickets. So that's a really good way of putting your faith into using your intuition and being able to move forward. So no more holding on too tight. Put $4 into play. And see what happens. So so this is the hi Sally, hi Marcy. Okay, so Lori, this is still for you. Okay, overanalyzing, holding on too tight. And what they're suggesting is that the Queen of Cups is that they're suggesting that you become the mistress of your emotions. She's fixated, right? You can see, I'm going to put it up close. She's just gazing at this beautiful chalice, but she's not in action, but there's a lot of love there. And when we come to a place where we master our own emotions, then we can walk in the world free, and able to actualize. Oh, okay. This is about you actualizing yourself. So I'm not sure what that means to you, but you might know. So let's see. Allison, you just popped up. Okay, I'm going to pull this for you. More cups. The Knight of Cups. This is a quest on the emotional realm. So it could be that what's happening for you is that you're waiting for inspiration before you take action. There you go. I don't know quite what that what it means, but look, there's big old spurs here. He could use those, but the emotional way to get something into play is to entice it, not to like kick it in the sides and tell it to go. So whatever this is for you, you're waiting for a message, and what they're saying is don't wait for the message, get busy. Okay, there you go. All right, let me see who else Spirits just says, hey you. Okay, Diane, Christman Branning. Hi, how are you? Okay, this one's for you. You're relying too much on what you hear and what you see. So this is beautiful. Intuition says you don't rely on what you see because it's all an illusion. You know, a few minutes ago, this background didn't look like this background at all. So we created an illusion. Just like I created this illusion. This is just an illusion. And so it says, don't fall prey to the illusions around you. Suss it out, sniff it out. Make sure that make sure it's feasible. I don't know what that means to you, but make sure it's feasible. So there you go. Okay. Let me see. Oh, David, your birthday is on the 14th, so I'm just going to grab a little card for you. Oh, way down deep. The King of Swords. So the thing that I love about this guy is he's the only king that is actually looking out into the world. The rest of them are completely fixated on their chalice, their pentacle, their wands. They're not action takers. So David, this guy, and if you look here, there's butterflies, and then there's the new moon. Okay, so tonight we have a new moon in Pisces. So I want you all to go ahead and go out there and look this up because it's super important. Not only is it Pisces sun, Pisces moon, but today, I think it's today, but sometime in the recent past, Uranus went into Taurus. Taurus is solid. It's the bull. It's the practical world. So the call right now is for us to take action. Who better than this king who shows up on this evening for you, David? So this is a great birthday present for you. Find this card, go out there, color it, and put it somewhere where you can see it. Because transformation is happening from this new moon to the next new moon. And it's important that you put your thoughts into, and your ideas into practice. Thoughts and ideas, thoughts become things, right? And then we bring them into fruition. So there you go. So Roxanne, I'm going to pull a card for you. We'll see what else happens. Oh, this is the, once again, just like the last card, this is emotionally things are going to settle down within the next month. The crawfish will crawl back into the water. The dogs will start baying. The two towers of good and evil, you're going to be able to walk through them. So with this one, oh, this emotional thing has been going on for about 18 months. And whatever it is, it will come. It hasn't got much life left in it, but it's going to it's going to take another month for everything to really settle down and settle out. So Roxanne, that's for you. Okay, now let me see who else. Hey, Jen. Yeah, so the thing that I'm doing tonight is I am doing a little bit deeper reading for just a few folks. So the Empress does everything from love. See right here, she's got her shield. See here, she's got a scepter. If we look at her throne, all the other thrones are tall and they're solid and they're not cozy, but she has cushions, she has pillows, she's got wheat growing around her. The beautiful part, Jen, about the Empress is that she has the ability to take care of others. Unlike her partner, the Emperor, who's looking at horses and horses and knights and sharpening things and making sure they can go into battle. That's not her domain. She comes from love, and she is, she's the philanthropist. So use her as such. But there's one more that wants me to tell you about. So just hang on. Oh, all right. So 2 major arcana, Jen. The World and the Empress. So the Empress is 3, the World is 21. So as you go along through life, you pass through the Empress and everyone else. This says that whatever you're doing right now is going to be very beneficial. It's going to bring you absolutely everything that you need. So step into this archetype. Okay, so these are archetypes. And when I teach people how to do shamanic journey, we use archetypes to understand the information and impact of the shamanic journey. When they show up, you've got 2 now. You've got this beautiful woman here who has everything she needs. And as does the Empress. So if you've been in self-doubt, my suggestion to you is that you get both of these cards, because Major Arcana, God, Goddess, the big chicken in the sky, is trying to get some information through to you. So Miss Anita put over there a link to this course that I just did a webinar on, and I'll post the webinar for you so you can hear it. But when we deepen our intuition, because this is all I'm doing, I'm just listening to intuition, grabbing a card, and then speaks through me. You can learn maybe not how to do this, but you can learn to listen to your own intuition. You can learn to trust yourself, to become more confident and more self-reliant. Nobody outside of you is going to be able to tell you how to do your life. I mean, they will. I mean, totally. Everyone will be happy to do that. But only you have the deep knowing of what's right, true, and beautiful for you. So, links over there. I'll make sure that that I put both on Enlightened Spiritual Warriors. And if you're not an Enlightened Spiritual Warrior, my suggestion is that you pop over there and you join, because that's where I do teaching, and that's where I share more wisdom than I do here. So hop over there. So Sally, you're just calling out to me. I can just hear you. You know, recently I was at the ocean, and I was awake early. And I popped on and I watched, and honestly, I can't remember who it was, but I watched, she was doing something similar to me, and I just vibed, you know, me. And dang, if she didn't just call my name. So this is you using your intuition. I'm mean, just Sally, before I show you the card, I'm going to just tell you a couple more things. In the early days, I love to say that, in the early days when I was just deepening my intuition, I knew I could pop out street lights. No problem at all, boom. But it didn't make any sense to me. I mean, what's the point of doing that, right? How useful is that? But I then began to think about my energy. And if I can blow out streetlights, what else could I do? How could I use this energy in a way that was actually productive? You know, blowing out streetlights is just sort of amusing. But what I then did was I would be in my car and I would be at a stoplight. And you can all use this. And this is a beautiful way for you to begin to use your intuition. I would just vibe that person in the car next to me. Look at me, 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 look at me. And I did that over and over and over and over and over and over again until they looked. Now, it didn't always work. So this is the thing. You can't go, oh, I tried it and didn't really work, so I'm not going to do that anymore. No, try it again. Do it again. Trying allows you to fail. So do it again. I just caught myself. So do it again. Next stoplight, same thing. Vibe, vibe, vibe. Look at me, 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 look at me. It'll take you a few weeks, maybe, maybe not. Maybe time is sped up and you'll be bang on in just a couple of days. But this ability that you have to influence people is profound. It's you being able to hone your psychic skills. And it is, if you're out there in the world and you want someone to pay attention, this little practice of look at me is really important. So thanks, Sally, for letting me say all that. And look, you have over here, you have a dolphin. This is supposed to be a dolphin. It's a little fish jumping out of the chalice. So something is bubbling up from the unconscious. It's an emotional something. You won't actually be able to miss it because the fish is going to jump out of the chalice. So watch for the messages about what this is. So let me just grab this. Okay. So you have folks around you. So this unconscious thing might just be what you need, because this is a lesson. So apparently there's a need to learn something. You have folks around you who are more than willing to help you. They just don't know what to do. So something will bubble up from the unconscious so that you can actually give these people a chore, because they want to help. They just don't know what to do. So here's another, Sally, you're just full of great lessons tonight. So here's another lesson. Spirit cannot help you if you don't ask. And we're all like, oh, I don't want to ask. Well, that's this world. Non-ordinary reality, the realm in which spirit lives, that's not how it works. They're not like, oh God, she's asking again. They're like, yeah, finally. So ask for help. And this is a beautiful card that points out that no one knows how to help you because you haven't told them. So I'm going to do one more for you. All right. So once you recognize this thing from the unconscious, ask for help. What happens is your dreams wake up. The King of Wands is all about passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. So look, there's lizards on there. Lizards wake up your dreams. He has a walking stick that is blooming, it's blossoming. So whatever it is that is troubling you right now, ask for help and then give them some direction. So I have a whole bunch of angels. I have 35 angels that help me. And I'm just like you, I forget to ask. But one time I wanted to just see what they were doing. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go see what my angels are doing. They were, they were sitting around and tables. They had 5 tables, 7 at a table. They were playing poker. So I was like, you guys are playing poker. And they were like, you're not giving us anything to do. So, do you want us to deal you in? So I said I was lousy at poker. But after that, I realized that until I ask, there is no ability for them to do, because they don't just barge in and then take over. So, or even we'll get guidance, but we really need to ask for help. All right, Siobhan, this one's for you. This is accolades, praise for a job well done in the practical world. So this craftsman here is hard at work. These 2 people are coming to say, you're doing a really great job. So let's look at what you're doing a great job about. Oh, 2 came. So, all right. I'm going to leave this one reversed because it's a 5. 5s are lessons. Lessons are better when reversed because it means you got it. So some of the ways that you're thinking about things are not helping. So there's been conflict. You can see there that the clouds are moving really swiftly, and that 2 people over here are wandering off. Their swords are left there. So this is a resolution of conflict. However, it's the mental realm. So oftentimes it's ourselves that are up there. They're up there in this 3 pounds that dictates our life. So when it happens that I hear myself rehearsing before something, or I've had a conversation and then I'm going over and over it, that's rehashing. So the rehearsers of all my angels, I said, there's got to be a director up there. There's got to be someone who's interested in directing a play, because I have all these people rehearsing, and it's crazy making. So one of the angels said, I'll do it. So now I have a hallway, and 7 doors down, take a left, go down a hallway, another 6 doors. On the right, you'll see a door that's open. And it'll have one of those signs that says rehearsal, rehearsal over top. So go down there because they need that. They need you to help them. So every time, I'm going to say this, then they're going to say that, back and forth. Oh, rehearsing down the hall. There's a rehearsal going on. Rehashing. Oh, I said this. I should have never said that. Oh, and then they said that. Oh, I should have said this. Rehashing. So I have a debate because that's what rehashing is. It's like, oh, you said this, well, this, back and forth and back and forth. First of all, lots of conflict. Second of all, did you notice how much lighter it got all of a sudden when I said that? Second of all, it's they want to engage in controversy. So you give them somewhere to go and do that. So I asked if there was someone who wanted to start up a debate. Sure enough, one of my angels said yes. So now that angel has got a debate going on down there. So once again, I imagine that I have a hallway. It's got lots of doors on it. You can have as many as you like. And I say, oh, go down the hallway there, turn left to go down another hallway, turn right, go down that hallway. There's a debate going on there. You can't miss it. So rehearsers go over here and they get into a play. Rehashers go over here and then are in a debate. My mind is quieter. So by all means, go ahead and use that. That will resolve the conflict. So we have a job well done at work, a mental conflicts, and here is the other thing that we have. We have self-sacrifice. So when we have mental conflict, we oftentimes sacrifice ourselves because our brain will get into conflict about, well, almost anything. So no more self-sacrifice. Stop the mental conflict that's going on and be open and willing to receive the praise that you're getting. So Marcy, this one's for you. A spiritual wake-up call. So this is actually indicative of what's going on tonight in the astrological world. We have a new moon in Pisces, which is asking us to drop our old beliefs and things that no longer serve us. So, can you do it? Absolutely. Will you hear it? You have no choice. and let me see how it is. I'm going to grab this card over here. I'm going to see how it is that you're going to respond. So 2 more major arcana. So these cards that are coming up tonight that are for specific people are also giving us some input into what our new cycle is going to look like. There is no need to wrestle anything to the ground. So if you've been struggling, this is the anti-struggle card, and it's good for all of us. So no more struggle. You don't have to struggle, and you're having a spiritual awakening. So if this has been problematic for you, challenging for you, then you don't need to wrestle with it. So there you go. So there's a link over there to my 6-week online class. I'll make sure that on Shaman Weaver, I put the webinar so that you can listen to it and watch it and get yourself deeper into your intuition. So please go and look at the astrology for this evening. See how it resonates with you. Don't pass this opportunity up because it's the most mysterious new moon of the whole year. So bliss everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.